What's up guys, so it is currently Thursday night as of when I'm recording this, and I just got back from seeing Terrifier 3, and my fucking god, this movie is insane. I mean, personally I really enjoyed it, but seriously, if you are sensitive to gore, avoid this movie at all costs. But on the other hand, if you are a die-hard Terrifier fan, then you're gonna have an absolute blast with this movie. So what is this movie about? It takes place about 5 years after the previous movie and sees Sienna living with her uncle and aunt, whom she's gonna spend the holidays with, all while living with some severe PTSD. But it turns out Art the Clown has been resurrected again, and now he's about to wreak havoc again, making this Christmas not so jolly. I'm just gonna cut to the chase right now. This is the best Terrifier movie by far. Once again, it's taken all the elements of the previous Terrifier and somehow made them even bigger and better. The acting, the cinematography, the gore, you name it. Not only that, but it's also more depraved. I want to talk about the acting for a second, because this is genuinely some of the best acting in a horror movie I've seen in a while, particularly David Howard Thornton and Lauren Levera. I'm not afraid to say it, Sienna Shaw is the next Sidney Prescott, and part of that has to do with Lauren Levera's acting. She nails this role. The way she's able to portray someone with severe PTSD all while still being a kick-ass final girl is honestly pretty incredible. And now I want to talk about David Howard Thornton as Art the Clown. Move over, Freddy Krueger, there's a new sheriff in town. I know he was great in the previous two movies, but David Howard Thornton still manages to portray a sadistic yet likable tone when it comes to his performance as Art the Clown. And honestly, his mime acting has gotten way better as well. His goofy mime acting actually got a lot of laughs in my theater. Also, I have to say, the pacing of this movie was far better than the last one. Even though it's 2 hours long, it felt 20 minutes shorter. That wasn't exactly the case with the last one for me. It's great to see Damien Leone improving his editing and directing skills with each new installment in the franchise. And you can tell he's genuinely a passionate horror fan with all the little horror nods in this movie. I've noticed references to some of my favorite horror movies of all time, such as The Evil Dead and American Werewolf in London. Alright, I can't hold it in any longer. I need to talk about the gore in this movie. This is some of the nastiest shit I've ever seen on the big screen. You've probably heard reports of people throwing up and walking out of the theater because of the gore in this movie, and honestly, it's no big surprise. Now, granted, I actually didn't have much of a reaction for most of the kills in this movie. Like, have you seen the TikToks of that guy who eats all the spicy food and has like no reaction when he eats it? That was pretty much me for like most of the kills. Well, except for one kill. Now obviously I'm not gonna spoil what happens here, but there is a kill that is so nasty and so brutal, and if you've seen this movie already, then you probably know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm not even lying, when that scene came on, I actually yelled, "Oh my god," in the theater. And I literally never do that. This scene makes the bedroom kill in the last movie look like child's play. Not to mention, there's a ton of other gory kills in this movie, but that one in particular, oh man. So overall, I really fucking enjoyed Terrifier 3. Now, if you're going into this thinking this is going to be some ordinary holiday slasher, trust me, it is not. Damien Leone definitely used all of his creativity for this movie, and in the end, I think it really paid off. This is easily the most entertaining of the Terrifier movies, and honestly, it's probably my favorite of them all. Definitely a big recommend from me. But seriously, if you cannot handle gore of any kind, please don't go see this movie. So yeah, those are my thoughts about Terrifier 3. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of this movie. Did you have a good time with it, or did you think it was too much? I would love to hear your guys' thoughts about the movie in the comments down below. And of course, if you enjoyed this video and want to see more in the future, please consider subscribing because it would really help my channel out. But yeah, that's all I got for you guys. See ya.